7 Magnificent Facts for Manifesting a Divine Life of Happiness by Coach Stefan Rudolph. The healthy self will heal thyself, one thought at a time. Find yourself in the middle of the storm, and you will find your true self, your true destiny, your true life, and your true ultimate happiness in the calm of the storm. Conscious awareness of living in manifestation. Calm by Coach Stefan Rudolph. Live every day to the fullest, knowing that it could be your last. In doing so, your life will be filled with unboundless potentials for happiness, growth, and success, day in and day out. 7 magnificent facts for manifesting and living a divine life of happiness and personal growth. Number 1, welcoming the challenge of overcoming obstacles, building strength through adversity, and never giving up on life. These are the attributes that one must have in order to not only take their life to the next level, but along the way, create happiness, sustain greatness, and continue to grow with success by living every day to the fullest. Welcome challenge. Number 2, adversities happen. Obstacles come about. Yet all the while, when these obstacles arise, through personal development of emotional strength and the ability to welcome change with open arms and acknowledge the fact that everything in and of itself in life happens for a reason, you will begin to fuel your heart with positivity and fuel yourself into a flow of enlightenment, transformation, and continuous positive growth. Fuel your heart with positivity. Number 3, living life to the fullest every day entails having the ability to develop a keen sense of awareness into one's own self as a human being, and to acknowledge the boundless potential you have as a spiritual wonder and a spiritual warrior in life. The latter may yet to be discovered, yet believing is the first step in knowing. Know this fact, live this fact, make it a matter of fact in life, and your life will be taken to the next level. Dream big, act big, live big, and your new life of boundless shall arrive and grow into the ultimate dream and happiness. Live life to the fullest every day. Number 4, choose your thoughts wisely and control your actions precisely by acknowledging your reactions before they are formed. With strength and awareness, your reactions become a choice, not an action. Learn from the positive, grow from the negative, and know that what you have in your life, who you have attracted in your life, and what is happening in your life is what you attracted into your life for your life to grow through past thoughts, past emotions, and past energy given out. Good or bad, the now around you is the now you brought to yourself to learn and grow from now and into the future. Choose your thoughts wisely. Choose them wisely. Number 5, no matter the obstacles you face, by promising your, quote, self, end quote, future growth and taking action on it daily, these obstacles shall, over time, begin to fade as this promise becomes reality. When we accept responsibility for the reality we have at hand, we are then able to make the future of our tomorrow a whole new life, that being the life of our dreams. Accept responsibility. Number 6, acknowledge the negative in your life through a positive mindset and optimistic attitude. Accept responsibility for all that has been attracted into your life, and begin to peel away the layers of excuses for what you formerly viewed as negative. Begin to shift your past view of the bad into your new view of the good by taking responsibility for all that is now in your life. It was brought on you, by you, for you, through you, in you, to create that new you. Know this fact, accept this fact, live by this fact. This is a fact. And it will not be seen until that spiritual being is awoke. In taking this step, a universe of abundance and positivity will begin to open. Even during the most difficult times, work to acknowledge and maintain a positive mindset of inner strength in order to build and attract a future of which your dreams will manifest into reality. Quote, acknowledge the negative with a positive attitude. End quote. Number 7, believe all these steps, and the 7th step shall be that of living in daily abundance. Over time, a better understanding of life will begin to develop, and what it truly takes to grow will now show. Overcoming obstacles, breaking addictions, eliminating escapism, learning from the naysayers, all entail raising your standards and taking your life to the next level. From here, your everyday normality shall rise to the next level as you begin to live in constant success and continual daily growth day in and day out. Quote, live in daily abundance. End quote. As my life through my younger years grew, I found myself forming into a man I had to be by society's standards in order to be happy. That's the way I was programmed. That's the way I was taught. That's the way I felt. That's the way I'd lived. All pre-programmed, without my heart ever skipping a beat to remind me of what my true passion was, of what my true happiness would be. Yet fear brought on from society kept holding me back until one day that heart attack of enthusiasm came out, of abundance came out, the heart attack of growth came out. Yet before this heart attack of awakening, by following society's standards and achieving magnificent financial success in life, I awoke one day and suddenly realized I was not truly happy. I had everything in life that money could bring, yet still I was missing accomplishment, missing satisfaction, and missing true happiness. In the blink of an eye, I had grown from childhood to adulthood and awoke one evening at 32 years old, asking myself, what am I missing? What is this life for? And why am I here? Why, God? Why, I asked. Why am I here? I've got it all. I've made it all. I've succeeded. On estimate, just 1/3 of my life was done, so now what? For the next 2/3, 100 years if I'm lucky, now what? Why am I here? In 2002, I sat aloft from the 2nd-story patio deck of my $1 million home in Anaheim, gazing down through the magnificent beauty of the Anaheim Valley, watching the Anaheim Angels play on one side and watching the Disneyland fireworks blow every night in abundance of happiness for the people around them. I was there. I made it. Financially. I took into wonder the awesome wonderment of Disneyland fireworks setting a blast in the north side view. And the more I gazed on, I then saw those Anaheim Angels baseball games taking place in my south view. The more evenings I spent out here, and the more beers I drank in here, in my system, it began to awaken me. I wasn't happy. I wasn't content. The one evening, as I slowly sipped the pale ale beer, I then raised my glass high to the sky, and gave a toast to the full moon above. Yet then, I humbly glanced over at my bedroom view and took into account the even more majestic beauty of my wife, sleeping peacefully. At this time, I was happily married. I had achieved it all in every which way. The corporate job, the company car, the beautiful wife, the magnificent house, everything. Yet still, the missing piece of personal growth was missing, not to be found within me anytime soon. Yet still, I toasted one last time. I finished my last of many beers from the evening and realized, heck, I did make it. I am successful. I told myself this over and over because everything I had worked for in life over the past 15 years was with this beautiful wife close by my side. And on this very evening, when I achieved it all financially, I still lacked two main ingredients. I lacked true contentment and true happiness within my true self. I had not found it yet. It wasn't in her, it wasn't in the home, it wasn't in the car, it wasn't in the job, it wasn't in the bank. It was missing within me, and I knew it. I awoke to that reality by succeeding in life and knew that wasn't my life that I wanted. There was something out there that I needed to find. I had to dig for, deep within. I felt there was still more to do for me to be happy. Yet the more I did, the less happy I was in life. I was not truly satisfied. Financial success was not doing it. I sought acknowledgement from my scholastic success in graduating college and my financial success in living, quote, the American dream in the corporate world, quote, end quote. Yet along this way, I found an empty void, followed closely by an empty voice, asking, what now? What now? Happiness was null and void, and I now realize that I truly had no ways and means of ever getting it in my near future through finances. I wanted more money, I wanted more houses, I worked harder, I achieved it. Yet more of everything that I felt I still did not have in life is what was killing me. More was never enough. Yet every time I achieved more, more was still missing. Lost, but not found. Out of everything I sought to achieve in life and now had, I found happiness was always at the top of my list, but was never once checked off along the way. True happiness was never checked off. I was now here in life, living the dream, yet still felt nowhere in life. As I sought more dreams I had to achieve over and over, the happiness became less and less and left faster and faster each and every time. It was a vicious cycle of insanity. Financial success was abundant and I had it all, but fulfillment and satisfaction of achievement would only be there temporarily. True happiness and peace within never followed. During this evening of awakening, I sat aloft my deck and noticed for the first time with awareness the daily average of a 6-pack of beer I had finished off. Happiness was never found at the bottom of a bottle for me. I was lost on the outside while seeking to be found on the inside. The inside of that bottle I drank over and over again, toasting to life, toasting to financial success, toasting to no one but me, that ego within that felt I had made it. Yet finding out later that 10% conscious mind was the ego that had been programmed by society. The 90% spiritual heart in me awoke it awoke later in life. Yet in this time of my drunkenness, of my financial happiness, this was my first discovery. If you do not acknowledge what needs to be changed and take action on it to make the change you need, the universe will make the change happen for you, whether you like it or not. My escapism through drinking and working harder and harder and harder every week, every month, every year succeeded further and further up the corporate ladder, and continued, though, without true contentment in myself, for myself, with myself, as everything was done by myself, for this self that was never happy. That is the definition of insanity. 6 months later from this evening of awakening, I found myself turning in my company car to my former pharmaceutical company, of which I worked for 2 years, in a forced resignation due to my first DUI. And just like that, everything I had worked for in life, everything I had worked so hard for my entire life, college, education, corporate world, finances, company car, bling bling, everything, began its path of departure. Over the next 3 years, I lost everything. The world that took a lifetime to build left in the blink of an eye. The ego that came with this world was shattered. I had no reason to live, yet still was too strong to leave. I wanted out, but I also wanted in. I wanted in a new way of life. I wanted to find my life, for my life, with my life, in my life. Where was it, I asked? That I was the pre-programmed mind. That third eye within me was in the heart. Through prayer, through manifestation, through meditation, I had to pull it out. I had to connect these two dots and eliminate in between the mouthful of excuses. The stress of this time was instigated further every day, and thus returned many of the demons from my past. My previous battle with epilepsy from a high school football injury that had been controlled for 10 years under medication, then returned at this time in full force in 2004. My life became a big blur. It became a blurred state of reality and was filled daily with constant escapism through alcohol, a newfound constant escapism through gambling, card playing, casinos, and overall partying. The 15-year relationship I had with my loved one was ended so easily with another relationship, a relationship with alcohol. That relationship in me was fueled through me daily by alcohol. I never saw it as a relationship until I broke in later years. Yet at this time, it absorbed me. I continued to awake, but even more routinely continued to escape through the fuel that was intended for a car. If I fueled my car with water, the engine would seize. If I fueled my body with alcohol, I should have seized. I knew what I was doing. I was killing myself, but I could not stop. The fact that my life was in a financial ruin literally killed my ego. The ego, I found out later from Wayne Dyer, stood for edging God out, EGO. The financial ruin I had put my life in killed this ego. I had exceeded the limits and wanted to give in and give up on life itself. Yet I knew that giving up was a choice, and so was pushing forward and making myself stronger. So I chose the latter. Push forward, grow stronger. Push forward, grow stronger. At this point, with this action, I awoke to a newfound spirit in me. It took me years. It took humbling myself. It took killing myself, my old self, the ego, and renewing myself with a newborn spirit. A spirit that did not allow this negative choice of giving up on life to take action. Instead, I knew I had to grow and knew I had to develop an uncommon strength that no one had ever taught me in life. It was a strength I could not see, a strength I could not define, but a strength I knew I had within me. It was there. It had grown within me, for me, through me, by me, and all the me's connected. Turn that M around, and I had WE. I had the we within me, all these entities, body, mind, and spirit connecting, eliminating ego. It was the strength that built within my heart, fueled by my heart, living with heart. I then found that from feeling came healing. From feeling came healing. I then began living with heart. I knew there was more out there for me, and I never gave up. Giving up on life was too easy. It was an empathy for me to see through clear eyes and a clear heart that what I had attracted into my life was meant to be. Everything I attracted in my life was an epiphany for me to see that it was meant to be. It was there for me to learn from and grow from in order to achieve a whole new life. And from here, this new life was born. I lived my first moment of awareness in true divine happiness. This moment was fueled by happiness. This moment will not be forgotten. At the time, I now acknowledged and saw the fact that I had attracted the toughest times and the toughest obstacles in life in order to create the life I was truly destined to live. I accepted it by knowing these were obstacles, and these obstacles were fuel. I had to face them, fuel myself with them, understand them, grow from them, grow in them, and let them grow within me. Acceptance of obstacles gave me strength. Resistance gave me weakness. That is within all of us. Awaken to this fact, and you will awaken to a whole new life. Something in the new me knew that the chatter coming from my old ego entailing giving in and giving up on life was not to be acknowledged. Instead, the new being, as it formed in my world, was fueled by the spirit within, speaking softly of change. This was the voice of my soul. I knew it, I felt it, I lived it. I wanted more of it. It was quiet at first. I recognized it as the voice of awareness, that voice of my soul. I began to synchronize this awareness and institute and welcome constant change, day in and day out in life. I began to welcome obstacles with open arms, knowing that the strength it gave me to face it, fight it, is strength that gave me to grow from it. By doing so, peace of mind was then recognized, and peace and harmony were then in my life to be lived. This growth then began to repeat daily, weekly, monthly, and on into the years, all through acknowledgement. This awareness gave me insight and showed me a light at the end of the tunnel, showed me a light in life. Even over the next few years, with multiple grand mal seizures at work and various sales jobs, topped with full-blown alcoholism that took off beyond control, a gambling addiction where I had lost everything, I still never gave up. As I grew over the years, so did the obstacles. The obstacles wanted to hold me back. These obstacles will hold you back. You will find obstacles in life. They will grab you. They will hold you. The resistance is what they want. What you resist persists, I learned. I welcomed those obstacles. I knew God, the higher power, the universe, whatever you want to call it in your life, was there to show me how to grow from them. And through awareness, I began to welcome them more and more. I knew I attracted these obstacles in order to grow and begin to welcome them with open arms, knowing that they were my strength, they are my strength, and they will continue to be my strength. Less and less obstacles showed up over the years. Because the faster I welcomed them, the faster I grew from them, they were positive fuel, and the negative fuel stopped coming. The universe brought forth what I needed to learn from, and even more, what I needed to grow from in life. I then grew through 2 hernia surgeries, a pulmonary embolism, 3 endoscopies, accompanied by 2 more DUIs later in life, bankruptcy, divorce, homelessness, all along the way, all along this path. I welcomed it more and more, and the fuel for welcoming began the fuel for growth, because I never gave up. Then, after surviving left temporal lobe awake craniotomy brain surgery, May 9th, 2007, I grew even stronger within, knowing that my newfound strength from overcoming these past obstacles would assist in building a new foundation in my life. It was not until this time in my life, when I was truly lost, that this path of destiny led me to truly be found. Yet still, the major obstacle that arrived last was epilepsy had returned in my life, even after brain surgery in 2007 did not work. In 2009 and 2011, I suffered multiple grand mal seizure events, all the while training for health in the weight room, on the racquetball court, in the locker room, and even at the beach. Multiple grand mal seizures hit due to my battle with alcoholism, dehydration, lack of nutrition, lack of sleep, missed medication, all excuses, of which now I quote, "Excuse the excuses out of your life." These seizures continued, cracking my head open in the locker room, hospitalized, ambulance after ambulance after ambulance. From here, my escapism returned, and I ended up being charged with my 4th DUI in 11 years, October 9th, 2012. My ego said die. My ego said give up. My ego said you're a loser. My spirit said live. My spirit said love. My spirit said heal. I chose the latter. Mind of ego versus heart of spirit. I connected the dots, zipped the mouth shut, eliminated a mouthful of excuses, and began that new life. The true me, the true man, the true being, the true soul, the true spirit, all came together as one on the evening of this October 9, 2012, and my new life was then truly born. Dr. Wayne Dyer changed my life. Louise Hay changed my life. Les Brown, who became my future co-author, changed my life. Tony Robbins changed my life. John Assaraf changed my life. And many, many others all played a key role in my self-development and personal growth. Yet the key of personal development and my leading role model came from the new me. Through meditation and manifestation, awareness and attitude, prayer and positive thinking, I shifted. I had that new MAP, M-A-P system in me, for me, through me, by me, and created it through that higher power, through that universe, through everything connecting the dots. I was thankful. I turned the FUs to thank yous. Became my quote. And I welcomed it. It was my choice to choose life, my choice to live life. It was my choice to live life to the fullest, and my choice to say yes to the new opportunity of living with a blessed present state of mind filled with gratitude. This attitude of gratitude blessed my future, gave me another opportunity at life, and brought new light to living in the present moment of now. That word now turned around, and it spelled own, O-W-N. I had to own the moment of now, and I had won the moment of life, W-O-N. I saw things differently. I saw things through clarity. Sobriety after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years began to fuel me with honesty, forgiveness, acceptance, apologies to those I hurt. Everything connected the dots. I am now blessed with a life of health, wellness, and sobriety, along with being 100% holistically cured of the epilepsy since 2011 through meditation, change of diet, eliminating alcohol, sleep, nutrition, positive influence of those who are around me, because those who you surround yourself with is who you become. That is the key part of the life lesson I learned. surround yourself with positive beings. Whether related, whether friends, whether work partners in general, be aware of who you surround yourself with. This opportunity called life was achieved through the divine gift we all have in ourself, for ourself, through ourself, called awareness. The awareness of what you eat, what you drink, who you surround yourself with, how you think, choice of thoughts, choice of actions, choice of reactions, choice to meditate, choice to manifest, write in that journal, do things, everything. Map your way to success, and you will map your way to happiness. Thank you for listening today. This is Coach Stefan Rudolph. As a motivational speaker, author, life coach, recovery coach, and entrepreneur, I welcome your feedback, welcome your connections to speak at schools, speak at events, speak at businesses. And in my experience in overcoming these obstacles in life, of which included the epilepsy, the pulmonary embolism, the brain surgery, and more, it has helped me to grow into a role model for others in speaking about becoming your own leader, not a follower. It has been helpful for me and others to find and see and help in their development to overcome epilepsy. Helping people nationwide, worldwide is amazing. Through the simple fact of someone is out there who cares, letting them know that I understand what it's like to have those seizures, to lose everything, to have that addiction, that escapism, yet also know what it's like to have everything, yet also know what it's like in life to have everything in life, for life, with life, and have that abundance and happiness by having an attitude of gratitude. No matter what I had financially, no matter everything I lost, I still planted seeds. I grew that garden in my life by planting those seeds in my life, knowing they would grow, and watering them daily with gratitude, showing that anyone can turn the impossible to I'm possible by turning the impatient to I'm patient, the imbalanced to I'm balanced, and the impractical to I'm practical, all in the blink of an eye. Thank you. Over and over again I say, thank you to the 1000th power. Coach Stefan Rudolph, recoveredcoaching.com.